Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a random review. I am Random Ross and today in this one I'm reviewing Die Hard with a Vengeance. So yeah, I've gone through the first two Die Hard movies. I consider them Christmas movies. This one, I don't consider a Christmas movie because I don't believe it is set on Christmas time. So, this is written by Jonathan Hysled and directed by John McTiernan or something, starring Bruce Willis, Jeremy Irons, Samuel L. Jackson, Graham Greene, Colleen Camp, Larry Braggyman, and Sam Phillips. So, John McClane is forced out of suspension to play a game of Simon Says by a terrorist who planted bombs all around New York and will detonate them if McClane doesn't do what he says. And of course, we look at this whole game unfold where Zeus, played by Samuel Jackson, gets caught up in the action unintentionally after he is unaware that McClane is doing police work. One thing leads to another and it escalates, and he ends up tagging along with McClane in these deadly games. And of course, we find out that a lot of it was mainly a distraction so Simon, played by Jeremy Irons, can pull off a heist in order to buy a country. And of course, he has a few personal vendettas with McClane, such as Simon Groover being the brother of Hans Groover from the first movie, Alan Rickman's character, and he has some scores to settle with him. Along the way, Samuel Jackson gives us some good energy. Both of them give us some good energy. John McClane keeps banging about how he's hungover, and we get some funny, witty action here and there. So, yeah, it was funny. Samuel Jackson, I feel, stole the show in some parts, and he was quite the big actor at the time, and to see him share the screen with Bruce Willis was fun. And I just thought, they did something different. This wasn't set within one building like the first two. Like the first one's set in the Naki Plaza building. The second one's at an airport. This one is, in New York, where McClane is back in his element. He's back in New York instead of LA or what have you. He's still with his wife Holly, but she's not in this one. He mentions her quite a bit and manages to get through to her on the phone, and then leaves her on hold, only to get back to her at the end. And we see Samuel Jackson's character Zeus develop from a store owner to a badass who doesn't take shit from anyone. But also Jeremy Irons, yeah, he makes a good villain, doesn't he? We've seen him as the villain in The Lion King, Scar, and many other films. He just has that recognizable voice, I think, and even though he puts on the German one, you still know it's him. And yeah, he's another good villain in the Die Hard franchise. I feel this kind of rounds out like a trilogy as well, until the fourth movie came along, 7. I'll have to get round to that. But Die Hard with a Vengeance, I believe it wasn't originally written as a Die Hard movie. From what I can gather, it was written as a Rush Hour script, which they weren't impressed with, so they reused it and made it into a Die Hard sequel. And this one, I don't feel like I can just watch at Christmas. I can watch it any time of the year because, like I say, the first two movies to me are Christmas movies. Let's not bloody argue about that. If you think of it as a Christmas movie, it is, but the debate goes on about that, doesn't it? They always say if Die Hard is a Christmas film, then so is Lethal Weapon. Yes, along with The Long Kiss Goodnight, Trading Places, Just Friends, Batman Returns, many others, Shazam. Anyway, let's get back to the review here. So, yes, I thought this one was a fun, energetic adventure through New York, stopping bombs, and one bomb in a school turned out to be a fake because Simon Groover makes it clear that he's a soldier, not a monster. And yeah, but McClane gets one up on him at the end and uses his signature catchphrase in it, yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. So yeah, we still hear him say that. It's not quite a Die-Hard movie until he says that, isn't it? Shame they had to tone that down with the sequels that came later. But Die Hard with a Vengeance. If they ended it there, I thought this would have been a good trilogy, but of course they got his character McClane out of retirement for 2 more installments, which, like I say, we'll get round to. So, what am I going to rate this one? You know what, I will give Die Hard with a Vengeance, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, I think. 4 out of 5. 30 years later, I still think it's a fun one, so there you go. There is my review for that one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. If you love horror content, I've got a channel for that too down below which you can check out, or in the cards above here. Feel free to check that if you want. So yeah, I'll be seeing you soon, and until next time I bid you all a goodbye friends, goodbye.